She left home for a bike ride and never came back. For 2 decades, her killer hid in plain sight until a DNA twist shattered the silence. Was it a tragic runaway or something far more sinister? Stick around, because what her stepbrother did next will leave you speechless. Nicole van den Hurk was born on July 4, 1980, in Erkelenz, Germany. Her early life seemed like any other, but the foundation of her story was anything but typical. Raised by her single mother, Angelika Tegmeyer, life took an unexpected turn when Angelika started a relationship with Ad van den Hurk, a man from the Netherlands. Shortly after, the family moved across borders to the Netherlands. But it wasn't long before a dramatic change occurred. In 1989, Angelika and Ad divorced. Yet, in a strange twist, despite having no blood relation, Ad gained full custody of Nicole. Fast forward to 1995. Nicole's life takes yet another dark turn. Just months before her disappearance, her mother tragically took her own life. In the wake of this, Nicole moved in with her grandmother in Tongelre, a peaceful neighborhood in Eindhoven. But what was brewing behind the calm exterior of this quiet home? Was Nicole's heartache a factor in what would soon transpire? October 6, 1995. It began like any other day in Eindhoven. 15-year-old Nicole leaves her grandmother's house, riding her bicycle towards her job at the Woensel shopping center. The sun rises, hours pass, but Nicole never arrives. At 6 p.m., her bicycle is discovered submerged in the Dommel River, a silent witness to her sudden disappearance. How did it end up there? That evening, a team of divers from the fire brigade searched the river, but they found nothing. No clues, no Nicole. And as the hours turned into days, the questions grew more urgent. Where was she? What happened to Nicole? The investigation escalates. By October 8th, still no trace of Nicole. The police start questioning everyone close to her, family, friends, even classmates. As detectives sift through the possibilities, one thing becomes clear. A crime can't be ruled out, but there's no solid evidence to support it. The search shifts to the Eckhart Forest. A team of 45 officers combs the dense woods. Meanwhile, overhead, a police helicopter scans the ground, hoping for any signs of life. But still, nothing. Why had Nicole disappeared so suddenly? Could she have run away? Were the answers hidden somewhere in the tangled woods? Or was someone hiding something? October 12th. The first psychic tips come flooding in, but with each passing day, they all prove useless. The search grows even more desperate. But then, on October 19th, something significant happens. Nicole's backpack is discovered near a canal in Eindhoven. But where was she? Why had her bag been left behind, yet no one had seen her? Days turn into weeks, and with no sign of Nicole, the theories become wilder. The police even expand the investigation across the border into Germany, where Nicole had family. Could she have run away there? Was she hiding somewhere in plain sight? But as time passes, the police grow weary of chasing leads. November 7th, a shift occurs. Police start to entertain the idea that Nicole may have run away voluntarily. Then, on November 10th, suspicions grow stronger that she might be in Germany. And then, on November 12th, Nicole's German grandmother, Mrs. Betts, shares her belief. She is somewhere of her own free will, where she is happy. As the case began to go cold, everyone started asking, what really happened to her? Was this a simple case of a teenage girl running away, or was there something far more sinister at work? The community, gripped by fear and hope, bands together. Search parties comb through dense forests, murky canals, and desolate buildings, each step echoing with desperation. Days stretch into weeks, the weight of uncertainty growing heavier. Then, on November 22nd, 6 weeks after her disappearance, a passerby stumbles upon a grim discovery in the woods between Mierlo and Lierop. Nicole's lifeless body, concealed beneath the autumn leaves. That turned the missing persons case into a homicide investigation. What truly happened on that fateful October morning? Her autopsy revealed a fatal stab wound to the ribs, 2 jaw fractures, and other injuries to the head and fingers. The initial investigation faced challenges. Leads were scarce and the trail grew cold. On November 24, 1995, the police received a call from an anonymous man claiming he could identify the killer, but the call ended prematurely. A recording of the call was broadcast on national television in January 1996 in an attempt to find the caller. Suspicion even fell upon Nicole's stepbrother and stepfather, who were arrested between May and June, but both were eventually cleared. Years passed and hope dimmed. However, the case remained etched in the community's memory. Every effort by the investigators to solve the gruesome crime proved abortive. The case was subsequently declared cold and abandoned. But Nicole's stepbrother, Andy Vanden Hurk, never had any closure. He desperately wanted justice. Then, in 2011, a startling twist emerged. On March 8th, Nicole's stepbrother, Andy, who had moved to England, confessed to her murder in a Facebook post. He was arrested by British police and was extradited to the Netherlands on 30th March, but released shortly after, as his confession lacked corroborating evidence and the Facebook post was the only evidence against him. Later, Andy retracted his statement, claiming his confession was a desperate attempt to have Nicole's body exhumed for new DNA testing. After Andy's confession, a new cold case team was assigned to investigate. The truth can be buried for years, but it always finds a way to the surface. In September 2011, the case of Nicole took a pivotal turn when her body was exhumed, leading to a significant breakthrough. In the case of Nicole Vanden Hurk, DNA would finally shatter the silence. The remains revealed two male profiles, one linked to Nicole's boyfriend, the other to an unidentified man. But who was this shadowy figure? The cold case team soon connected the dots to a chilling case that took place in September 2000 in the same area where Nicole's body was found. In that case, a young woman was taken from her bicycle and raped at knife point, and the perpetrator was convicted of the crime in 2001. Could these cases be linked? The similarities between the two cases gave the detectives enough reason to compare a previously taken DNA sample from the suspect with the DNA profiles obtained from Nicole's remains. On January 14, 2014, a 46-year-old man, known only by his pseudonym Josh G, was arrested. His DNA matched the crime scene. There appear to be similarities between the man's DNA profile and DNA profiles from the murder investigation. The suspect was a patient in TBS Clinic, which is a special forensic psychiatric institution in Netherlands. In 2015, nearly 2 decades after Nicole's tragic death, Josh G stood trial. The proceedings heavily relied on the DNA evidence obtained from the exhumation. While G was convicted of rape, he was initially acquitted of manslaughter. On November 21, 2016, G was convicted of rape but acquitted of manslaughter, receiving a 5-year sentence. The verdict sparked outrage, leading to an appeal shortly after the trial ended. However, upon appeal on October 9, 2018, the court found him guilty of both charges, extending his sentence to 12 years. This case underscores the profound impact of DNA technology in solving cold cases, highlighting its role in bringing long-awaited justice. Despite the conviction, questions linger. Could more have been done earlier? Did justice truly prevail? Nicole's story serves as a somber reminder of the fragility of life and the enduring quest for justice. What are your thoughts on this case? Do you believe justice was served? Share your opinions in the comments below. In memory of Nicole Vanden Hurk, may she rest in peace.